I'm recording. All right, so we are here with our VIP ambassador guest, Sean Sykes, to talk about Mandare, kind of the basics of what it is, and then how you're using it and Jen is using it to grow your businesses and reach, a broader audience of men. So I guess could you just start off by explaining really like what Mandare is and how you're using it?
Okay, well, basically what the Mandare is a movement for guys in the business. It's a lane for us to stay in that wasn't open prior to them launching the Mandare. And the funny thing about it is nothing's changed. They didn't come out with an all testosterone product that women couldn't take. Didn't do anything. All they did was group products together that were more focused towards men. So I think that's when you're posting and when you're doing things, I think you have to kind of keep that in mind. I think that's what we try to confuse things when it's really very easy. I think when you're what you need to do when you are posting and when you are reaching out, or you should be reaching out to more guys, and especially if you're on Instagram or Facebook, however you're gaining your followers, if you're not gaining men, you're not going to sign men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You have to really kind of do it the same way that you would go for female followers, because our mindset was to have, it was a women's business. So they created this Mandare, and for us, for me, the way we've been using it is we bought the product. So I don't know if you've seen the box. There's so this is what the box looks like. So that might be something that you might want to invest in. You might want to invest in. There's a man, the myth, and the legend.
Okay.
The man is $99. The myth is I think $150, $175, somewhere around there. No, $199. And then the legend is $250. Now the legend at $250 is a 500 and change retail value. So you have to realize you're getting these products at 50% off anyway. But you don't have to buy the biggest box if you have the products at home. It might just be good just to get the $99 box, just to be able to just post about it. I think what else you should do is the way you should post. But do you have male before and afters that you can use?
Yeah, we do on the team.
Okay.
Albums. Yeah.
Yep. So you need to be doing those. If you're not using male before and afters, nothing's going to change. It's the same thing if you're not gaining male followers, nothing's going to change. As a guy, if I'm seeing if I'm continuing to see women bellies, women before and after results of the cleanse or the system or anything, it's just going to be like, nothing's going to change for me. It's just like anything else. But if you start targeting the male demographic, it's going to start to pique some interest. And as you all know, if you're building through social media, it doesn't happen overnight. So stuff like that, the consistency with the posting about the Mandare and just about the movement and how, we are really trying to get men involved and opening up our opportunities to men and women to have 100% involvement for as many people that want this business. I think it's just the more that you do that and the more that you stay away from, I'm not saying to stay away from women before and afters, obviously, because you still have to work your business, but the more guy before and afters that you're posting, the better off you'll be. And I think, share, I know we don't like to share things, but Mondays at 10 o'clock, share that Mike Patillo video. He talks a little bit about the Mandare. He'll talk about the weeks prior Mandare, what that was, and there's winners and stuff like that. But I think it's just to get the awareness. The more people see that on your feed, and the more people see the before and after, the male before and afters, and the male, just the male awareness, I think the more likely they'll be to at least pique their interest. But again, you have to go after those male followers on Instagram and Facebook.
So that beyond just like the actual boxes, like the Mandare packages,
Mhm.
Can you explain briefly, just for those who have no idea, what you're talking about with like the weekly challenges? And I know that everyone should know because it's not super new anymore, but for just the visual, more audio learners who, skim posts and have, they're not really up to date, like what would like the challenges be, or why are they important to like share, for
Well,
women even, like if I'm a single person with no husband, why would I be interested in like sharing like the man dare challenges and stuff like that?
Well, I think it's not only just about what the challenges are. I think it's about what they represent. This week, for example, it's and I know you, to your point that single, no guy, or guy, no girl, either way you look at it. It's still important to realize where they're coming from. So this week's dare of the week is basically to treat your wife to dinner, or whatever. Date your wife every day. Do something nice for your wife. But
Mm-hmm.
in somebody's situation that's single, it doesn't have to be your wife. Okay, it could be
Right.
somebody that it's just a kind gesture.
Yeah, it could be like your mom or
Anybody. It could be
yeah.
somebody that you see every day at the coffee shop that sits alone all the time, and no
Mm-hmm.
one goes over and talks to them, and you buy them flowers or coffee or whatever. It's just that basically it's the heart of the business. And as you know, and I'm sure most of the people know, it's not just about making money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about really creating a change in a culture that's positive and
Mm-hmm.
it's such a negative world, right? So I think it's important that we realize that the man dare, yes, it's a business driver, and yes, we're trying to make money off of it and use it as a marketing tool, but there's a movement to it, like I said. So this week is do something nice for your wife, or do something nice for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Week one was plank. So physical activity, basically, just kind of getting your body to do something. So week one was a plank. So your challenge was to hold the plank for as long as you can. Post a video, share the video, go live while you're doing it. It's, to obviously help your algorithms as well. The second week was to do as many push-ups as you can in a minute. The key is to do it consistently and to do it every single day. Um, the
Okay.
third week was abs, and so basically they try to do some sort of physical activity every day, um, and it's geared towards guys.
Okay. So it's like a mix of, and I mean, I think when I was listening to Mike, because at first I was out of town when they launched this, kind of skimmed it, was like, oh, this doesn't apply to me. I'm not a man. And then really kind of started looking into it. And then at that Orlando boot camp, Mike was explaining how this is like a huge driving force for women to break into the male demographic, not only as customers but as distributors. And like you were saying earlier, like it kind of levels the playing field. And I actually had a thought when you said that, where it's like I think women we do definitely focus on female, wrap before and afters and female cleanse before and afters and stuff, but it's like, in that same sense, there's a lot of men who are single men who are not spouses, like Kyler, or the different men who were at that boot camp, who have gotten to double and above with sharing, male and female before and afters. So it really isn't a female driven, or doesn't need to be a female driven company, because it's not cosmetics. It's things
Right.
that really do apply for everyone. So this is just kind of more of a masculine package of products that we're already offering. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and
so yeah. So, and then the challenge, that weekly challenge, the physical challenge, or, the date, pay it forward kind of thing, is just sort of a, like Mike was saying, it's like the like the ice bucket challenge, So
right.
like for ALS, like does
Mhm.
pouring ice on your head do anything for ALS? No, but it grabs people's attention. So
Yeah.
man, you're sharing it on your social media feed and then tagging your brothers, your cousins, your
Mhm.
male friends is going to be adding, and bringing that attention to the cause, which is, it works. And the purpose of that is A, products, and B, showing our culture. So,
Right. Yes, and the tagging is huge too, because I'm sure as you're a lot of some of your customers, you have no idea who they are, but they saw a post because you tagged whoever. You tagged an uncle, you tagged a cousin, a friend. And I think the more people males that will allow you to tag, even females. I mean, it doesn't just have to necessarily be. You don't have to just tag males to see, for males to see it.
Right.
I think just the more awareness, and it's only in week 4 and it's continuing to grow. I mean, we have there's a Mandare page, and I remember when they launched it at conference, or green carpet, I had already been, kind of told about the page prior.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's grown. It's over 15,000 likes on that page, and it's just continuing to grow all the time. And it goes back to just the awareness and then the focus
Mm-hmm.
being put on males. And I think that's really where the company is trying to put a lot of attention, because it's such a huge demographic that's been untapped.
Right. What was I going to say? Oh, so I have a question about, I know I can already hear the question being asked from my team. When a man orders one of these packages that they have, the man, the myth, or the legend, do you know the details? I mean, I, of course, can read it and send them documents, but do you know the details of, is it something where they order that same package in the auto ship every time? Is it, how is
well, yeah, if they don't go in and change their auto ship, they're going to get the same package every time.
Okay, but that can be used as like a 1 month auto ship.
Yes, you don't. Yeah, you can only, and again, it goes to the they have I don't know that they have a Jeep for the women. I don't want me to sound like that, but they have a Jeep for guys and they have a Jeep for women. Right. So, if you do sign guys, there's stipulations to those Jeep entries. So basically, you sign a male distributor that buys a man pack, doesn't matter, 99, 250, doesn't matter. They buy a man pack once in 3 months. And then when they sign 4 loyal customers, each one of those 4 has to buy 1 man pack just once.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? So again, it's just kind of forcing people to buy that man pack. And, and I think, it goes back to what we're doing as far as grouping products together. Because they work better, synergistically, they work better together. Then that's what, in these Mandare packs, they've decided that these products work together for men, the best in the man pack, the legend pack, and methanol.
Okay, next question, because I actually haven't physically seen one like up close, but I was talking, I think I was with Kim, and she was saying that one of the most brilliant things they did in these packs is they kind of broke down how to use like all of the products and stuff, and she was saying that especially for men, not to say that you need more help, but sometimes directions are good, and that is, it will increase not only them using it properly, but then that like loyal customer retention, because they're gonna have good results because they have not only a pack of, hey, this all works together, but this is how you use it.
So if you can see this.
Yes, we can.
Okay. See, it tells you day 1 to day 2.
Okay.
It tells you it's your detoxing days is what it says. And then it says wrap for 45 minutes. And then do your 2-day cleanse. Take the first 2 bottles of your cleanse on day 1, and then obviously again on day 2. And daily, it's telling, because it comes with, this one came with the chocolate shake. I think they all come with the chocolate shake. It comes with 1 wrap. This is the myth. It comes with 1 wrap. So it's telling you also daily, including in the wraps and those in day 1 and day 2, is to take your shake, your greens, eat clean, and then conquer your day. But all day, every day. So basically, the way that you take your fat fighters, just explain it the same way to a guy. Anytime you take a carb heavy, a carb heavy meal, you pop a couple fat fighters, to kill those carbs. It also tells you in the morning. This one has Thermal Fit, New You, and Fat Fighter. So it'll tell you in the morning, take 1 Thermal Fit, 1 New You. Lunch 1 Thermal Fit, and then dinner it says to take 2 New You. Now this is just their recommendations. I know weight has things, weight bears how we take some of the products as well, but this is just their outline. This is their way to this is how we want you to take it.
Yeah, no, that's actually, because I didn't know that until someone brought it up at the GLS last 2 weeks ago. And I thought that was like so genius for, like we said, not only making sure they get results, but then, them being able to share it with others. And I think one of the things that has held me back, and I know some of my team members, is feeling like, I don't know, just sometimes feeling like it seems girly, like the wraps or whatever it may be. And I feel like even at like gym, having a table at a gym or different, expos and stuff, like these would be good packs to have on hand just to kind of draw them in. Like if you were at a gym and Genevieve, well, I'm not going to use Jen because she could have whatever and you would walk over to her. But if there was like
right.
a normal human, if I'm like sitting at a table that's like black and green and you're working out and I'm just sitting there with like products, it'd be like, okay, what is that? But if I had this like man, myth, legend box and was talking about like, these packages that are meant for men to increase like workout and then like the community and the challenge, like would it be something that seems interesting more so than just showing men a product catalog?
Well, I mean, you got to realize that, before we did this, I was in sales. And one of the biggest things in sales is you want bigger, better, bigger, brighter, and bolder. So you can see it. I mean, go to, any store in the mall, they have a huge window. And what does it say? 25 to 50% off or whatever. And it's in huge, huge numbers because when you walk by that window, they want you to look. They want your head to turn. They want you to see that discount. Same thing would apply here. If you're at a table, this is a pretty decent sized box. I would say it's, a small luggage box. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty decent sized box. So when you have that sitting on a table compared to your, what's the biggest thing we have is Shake or Profit. It's a bag of protein. It's not really, they're not coming over because they saw this small bag of protein. They're coming over because they either interested or, whatever, they have reasons that they're coming over. But if you have something that's manly on the front with the gladiator helmet and the box and stuff like that, and it says living legendary, it just has catchy phrases on it. It's going to attract people, to entice people to come over more than if you didn't have it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Can you explain the gladiator helmet?
Well, I think it's just, the whole Spartan thing. So with 300 and then manly man and the gladiator back in the day in the Roman times, and they were men, you know what I mean? They fought with swords and what they wore was a gladiator helmet. And Mark's, he's a Michigan State Spartan fan. So they have the helmet. So his heart is the helmet. So,
and you won it, right? For like doing, because that's what you win. How do you win a helmet? Is it like he gives one away each week?
Well, the week I won, he gave away 2. But typically they give away 1. So the week I won was week 3. Week 2
was that when you did the push-ups on your roof?
Well, and on the car, she was driving.
But that's kind of fun too, because men love challenges. So.
Right, and that's the thing. And what happens is guys would tag me, and then I would tag other buddies and stuff like that, and that's where the community comes into place, and that's where you push each other, and and how are you doing your push-ups? Okay, you did 50. Okay, I'm going to try to do 55 or whatever the case is, and I think that's what's important too when you get into these. Into a multi-level marketing or a direct sales company, you signed a guy and he's like, oh, well, I got to follow this girl all the time. I don't know that I'm going to relate to her so much. But we have a whole, there's a whole man page. There's a whole, in this man now, a man page aside from the Man Dare page that, we're a community before we even did this. Now it's just given us a bigger opportunity to push each other, to relate to each other, and to really communicate on a different level.
Do you think, and I know this is like a touchy subject for you, I actually feel like I'm like conducting like a news interview with the way I'm asking these questions for some reason, but I know that because I know I've heard you talk on this before, just breaching very quickly the topic of unsupportive spouses, because I know that's something that still people, new people have, especially a lot of the new people from summer who joined my team. Do you think that this is a way that do you think this would affect that at all? Would it be a way to like draw men in, or like what do you because I've thought about that before, but from your perspective, what do you think?
I mean, it would, because again, it goes back to, I don't see, this is hard for me to explain because I'm just not that way.
I know.
You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to put myself in that place. But what I will say is that I don't know that a man dare is going to change a man's perspective on things. If they're a hater on, you know, their wife or their spouse or whatever, trying to better themselves either physically or financially, a man dare is not going to change that.
Right.
Could it help? Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But again, we didn't come out with a new product that was just strictly dedicated towards a man. For me, I'll never understand that. So it could, yeah. I mean, I guess it could, but again,
I know you have very strong feelings about men.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
their spouses, so that will just have to be another Zoom.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, there's a lot to say on that. Yeah.
Sean has a lot of strong opinions about men who don't support their
Yeah.
their woman, mother, sister, anyone. So, which I do appreciate. Does anyone here have any questions? You can just unmute yourself and ask away. If not, I will let Sean go. I think, yeah, it was actually pretty quick. Do you have anything like? Have you guys noticed a difference? Or I mean, you love it, right? Like the
Yeah.
whole dynamic of it.
Yeah, for me, I know they did it when the $10, they did the Mandair when the $10 thing rolled out, so it was a little bit easier, I guess, for everyone, obviously, to get distributors initially. But for me, it kind of rejuvenated things for me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because typically I would just say, I mean, Nicole. Nicole was my friend. I mean, Genevieve has signed so many of my friends that are females, and a couple of males too. But there were so many females that I've just, they would talk to me, and then I would say, okay, I would just introduce the two of them, and then kind of she would just take it from there. And now, it gave me the opportunity to be a lot more involved outside of doing customers and, things like that, things that, kind of back office stuff. It gave me the opportunity to be out there a little bit more on the forefront, especially with doing the Mandairs itself. Because, yeah, am I doing push-ups on a car? Am I doing, am I buying flowers for my wife? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, I'm marketing the business as well. So when I'm posting, because I'm posting consistently and or we're posting throughout the day, that flower photo might not stick out so much, but that new you photo that I'm going to do a couple hours later is going to pass through their news feed.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like stuff like that has really kind of, I guess, kind of given new life to me anyway. Because, especially for me, when she's been the one that's been doing the business the whole time, and I've just kind of gotten complacent and, oh yeah, I'll just do customers, or I'll do boxes, packagings or whatever kind of office stuff, clerical stuff, which I'm not used to doing, but it is what it is. It kind of gave me more of a sense of motivation and
Yeah.
to do more.
It definitely makes it more of like a team
Mhm.
effort. And I know that's one of the big things is for people, a lot of my team is married and, I mean,
Yeah.
it would give more of that united kind of team front, especially as they start promoting to diamond and double diamond and they see their checks really exploding. And then it's like, okay, wait, how can we divide and conquer and each have like that even playing field like you're talking about, and not just like the woman is like, oh, I'm going to post and sign and do this and like you file my stuff. It's like, no. Like
Right.
it gives you, yeah, like that,
Right.
like you said, same products, new packaging, appealing for a broader, it's actually really genius. I just think.
Yeah. I mean, the reality of it is the packaging itself is it's masculine. I mean, the black, just even like, the bottle, like, the bottles that we have, black, then the green, like those are masculine products. It's not like black and pink or,
Right.
you know what I mean? Or more feminine colors. They're masculine colors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the estrogen. The estrogen is, they threw in a female color because why? Because it only women can take that. You know what I mean? So the color, everything that the company markets may appeal towards women initially, but it's very, very masculine.
Yeah, my honestly, like, and the thing is, and this is going to sound so dumb, but like men are great customers because they never figure out how to turn their auto ship off. So like sign as many men as possible and they'll literally never
There you
stop.
go. See, there's another reason.
But no, it is so like it
Mhm.
makes so much sense. Like I feel like I breezed over it as a leader, and then I was thinking about it after hearing Mike talk about it and was like, oh my gosh, like, and you talked about it at, the boot camp. It's like I have to have someone at least explain it who's seen the packages, who's used it and like
Mhm.
participated in this, because that's one thing I'm severely lacking. But it's a way. I was talking with my dad, who is not the best example because his Facebook is more of like a secret stalker. It's very strange. But my brother, I was talking with him, and he has a baseball team, and he was like, oh my gosh, like all the guys, like they're in college, like whatever. He's like, we would totally use this. My coach is like 30, like tag me in the stuff. Like we always challenge each other. And like this thing, I'm like missing the mark right now, like with this new, man there. And like, I mean, am I going to get a bunch of college guys like ordering $100 worth of products right now? Maybe not, but it could be something that if they share it on their Facebook page and their
Right.
sisters or their moms or whatever. So I think it's like, kind of like what everyone always says, it's not necessarily who you know, it's who you
Mhm.
knows. So,
Right.
like I know that you've participated in the challenges, are on the group page and stuff. So,
Mhm.
and really enjoy the packaging. So I'm like, I just wanted to make sure my team knew about it. And
Yeah, yeah, and again, I know we're sidelines or whatever, but that's irrelevant. If anybody on your team has questions, or maybe doesn't want to ask tonight, or whatever the case is, or they get men will ask them the question, hey, oh, the little guy's awake. uh, Nicholas, he just refuses to go to bed. um,
Nicholas is like a one man show. He's
he,
not a one woman baby.
yes, he's sticking his head out. He's in the hallway, he's sticking his head out.
He kills me.
He's a trip. But yeah, because a lot of times people get questioned, and we get it on our team page too. They get asked questions on the spot and they don't know the answer to them, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So they just need somewhere to go. So, with our team page, we do have a decent amount of guys or, knowledgeable people that can, give an answer, or I'll get messages all the time on what to say, or what products that might target or that may be interested to certain customers.
Totally. Okay, Maddie, do you have a question? I think we have like
Yeah,
5
I've
minutes.
got like 5, but I'll try to keep them. I'll try to
All
limit
right.
that.
Try to roll them all into like one massive, awesome question.
I need to go to bed.
Okay. Well, first of all, I guess my main question is because, yeah, I saw it at Green Carpet and saw the launch, but I think we all got kind of just overwhelmed with the $10 promotion and kind of got a little confused about it. But luckily, I have one of those supportive husbands, yay. And he's always kind of worn a shirt and talked about it and things like that. And he came to Green Carpet with me and caught the vision. And but he also wasn't on Facebook. So he's just joined Facebook recently. So I'm kind of teaching him how to use Facebook. So for the Man Dare, basically, what can I tell him to do? Like, does he just need to go to the Man Dare page and start sharing that on his own personal profile and tagging me? Or I'm not really sure about the best way to help him do that. And then my second part of the question, so that I can just get it out there. All 3 of these Man Dare packages come in the same box, right? Okay.
Wait, say that again.
All 3 of these Man stacks all come in the same
Oh, they're
kind of
coming in the
marketing
same
box
package.
you're talking about?
Correct. But obviously,
Okay.
the more it'd be a little bit bigger size-wise, but same box.
Okay.
As far as
If you were to order a shirt with it, would it come in the same box too?
I don't know. I haven't ordered a shirt. Mark sent me a hat, but I think it would come separately because I think it's a separate order because you're ordering the shirt off of the It Works apparel store, and then you're ordering this. So it might be separate. It might come on the same day, but it'd be a separate package, I guess.
Cool. So mostly, I also have 3 new men on my team as of the last 2 days. So I don't know how to really help them do this Man Dare thing.
Okay, so what they need to do first is they need to go and like the Man Dare page. It's on Facebook. It's the Man Dare.
Right.
Secondly, when they're doing the dares of the week, they want to hashtag DOW and then hashtag Man Dare. And like I said, you got that?
Hashtag DOW, hashtag Mandare.
Correct. And then and the same thing that I said initially, when you're posting, don't change, don't have your husband change the way you would post, basically. So post as we're taught. And, I know Christy, we're all under the same basically umbrella. So just have him post as you're taught, basically as how you're sharing the product and how it's benefiting him, not as he's trying to jam it down somebody's throat. It's more of a sharing thing than anything else. So the same way you would post and you would tag him, he does the same thing, but let's say he does new you, right? Because this is both men and women, but it's really, I've had amazing results using the new you. So this is something that he would want to post about and, kind of get awareness towards guys. Our shake, I don't know. I'm not super educated on all these products, but I know our shake, you can't get this particular product that with the ingredients, the non-GMO, the soy-free, the sugar-free, all that dairy-free for the price point. So that's important too. I think he should be sharing that. Just maybe going live. The more you go live, the more your algorithms boost up, and I'm sure you knew that. But have him go live of making a shake of what, I'm using my It Works shake and, and just kind of going over a few benefits of the shake.
Should he be doing videos of him doing the dares?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And then tag you, and he can tag, his friends that may not even know that you're doing this.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay,
anybody that he knows. Yeah.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions before I let Sean go?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I just sold a man stack the other day. Why does it only have 1 wrap and not 4?
Because of the price point, I would imagine.
Because of the price point.
I would
okay.
imagine. So, yeah.
Okay, because my guy got it. He's like, I thought I was supposed to get 4. And I thought it was 4 too. So I just ended up selling him an additional 3. So it wasn't a big deal. But I didn't know why they had only.
And I'm gonna be honest. It's more money. But I'm gonna be honest. I did think, when it did come, I thought there were 4 wraps also.
Yeah.
But then when you think about it and you're putting the numbers to it.
Yeah.
They can't do all that, so.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of like a cool little sample pack, and then doing what you did, like, oh yeah, this is like a treat. It's one of it, but if you want the full treatment, I have 3 more samples.
Right.
Right.
If they get results from and again, like I said, people won't typically order 3 Mandares or or stacks. So then the next month he may want to order the wraps.
Right. Yeah, he already set it up for next month to get the wraps and the stack. So.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Sean, I'm gonna let you go before it times out and everything. But thank you so much. If you have any parting words for Maddie O, what are you saying to us? My other question was clarification on the Jeep qualification he spoke about. Can you really quickly explain the Jeep? So it's pretty much you sign a distributor, right?
And that distributor has to get 4 loyals that buy a man stack.
Okay, so the distributor has to order a man stack also.
The distributor has to order a man stack, yeah.
So you have to get a distributor who orders a man stack, and that distributor needs to have 4 man stacks.
I think you have to 4 loyals that buy a man stack, yeah.
Okay.
And that's just to get the more manly Jeep, because
that's to get an entry
into it. So they're giving away the 2 Jeeps. So the one for the men, it's just like a man stack.
Oh, okay. That's where I was thinking, because I have one, but I didn't do a man stack yet. So
yeah, the women there's a separate one for the women, I guess, or just general population.
Right. The regular DTs and then a man stack focus.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
I will end. Hold on.